at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive. We welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The football, and it's picked up by the Steelers, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now, this defense for the Bengals, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense, just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
Ben's throw there, hauled in by Claypool. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Now Pirine, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Samaje Perine, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Here's Anthony McFarland to return from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. To Barkley on the check down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Buying time to his left. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. They go play action with Roethlisberger. And the catch made by Johnson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They go play action with Burrow. And that is incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Hands it off out of the gun. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play there for Cincinnati. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Mixon with a 1st down carry. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Burrow finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From his end zone comes McFarland. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. The tackle made by K'Lavon Chaisson.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd down. Here's Barkley again. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 49 yards on the ground for him so far.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. On the move to his left. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and the Bengals grab it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Burrow on play action. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Ja'Marr Chase, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. No run back here for McFarland. A touchback. And the ball out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Second down and 5.
Crunch time, defense.
Jack 16. Slam. 44.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on 3rd down. A handoff, Barkley running left. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. They'll run with Barkley. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They'll run on first down. Barkley, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 102 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. It's a jet sweep. Here comes Claypool with it. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Running left, it's Barkley. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the 3rd quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just got to find a way to tackle someone.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. It's Barkley on the counter. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals 16. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll go to Barkley again, and they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger, and they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the 2nd half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Now it's Burrow going up top. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Rico Gafford, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it is 28-0. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. From his end zone comes McFarland. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. On second down, Barkley. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Steelers on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And he'll find Hall. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
And you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D linemen to make the play.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9.
That's into the hands of Gafford, complete.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
On 1st down, Mixon, nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. They'll run with Mixon. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
45 yards rushing for him now to this point. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Bengals, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll try to get